All right, welcome back, everyone. This is a special episode of Reclaim Your Life. Kirk and I are here today with a special guest, Ken Wilson. He's originally from our home state of Tennessee, now a resident of Los Angeles, California. In addition to being a man of faith, he's also a person of influence at a Fortune 500 company. But he has an amazing fitness story. Ken lost 100 pounds. Ken, what caused you to take this journey?
Well, honestly, be honest with you, Toby, what caused me to take this journey was actually um, I had a friend that went to UTC and a frat brother, also another two different people, a frat brother of mine. They both were overweight at the time, and both had heart. One of them had heart issues, died at work. Actually, had a heart attack at work, and another one passed away in his sleep. Basically choking on himself. Choking on himself, and that was kind of my wake up call because they both were, overweight, and we were in our 20s at the time. So that's kind of my wake up call to kind of start my journey. And my girlfriend that I have now, she's at the time we're still together now. She's a big fitness person. She helped push me, kind of helped push me to get to a point where I was motivated every day. Really, she helped me a lot with my nutrition. That was the biggest thing that I had to overcome. Played football in college, in high school, and basically all my life. And I knew about working out, but I played on offensive line, so I always was trying to maintain a weight around like 298, 300 at the time. And when I stopped playing ball in college after basically tearing my MCL, I kind of, still was working out a little bit here and there, but my food intake was still the same. Even though I wasn't working out as much, as I was in the football field. So she definitely helped me with the food part. Definitely, I cut out carbs for almost half a year. Really low carb, sparingly eating bread here and there, mainly just only at family functions. But for the most part, day to day, wasn't eating carbs, cut out cheese, a lot of dairy, switched from dairy milk to almond milk, cut out fried foods. And, but as far as what got me started, it was just really motivation of seeing people that I cared about pass away due to overweight complications. And then my girlfriend really, helped me with the food part and just helped me get motivated, stay motivated and keep motivated with everything I was doing with my journey.
Wow.
Ken, that's a pretty incredible story. Knowing that you were 100 pounds heavier, I can just imagine it was quite a difficult journey to really get in there and kind of cinch down and really lose the weight. So were there any secrets or were there any little tips or something that you might want to share with us that can kind of give somebody a hint or maybe even some inspiration to help them on their journey?
Yeah, of course. First thing I would say, it starts one day at a time. You're not going to lose all the weight in one day. You're not going to lose all the weight in 1 week or even 1 month. It's a journey. It's definitely a journey, and it's something that I currently still deal with today. Like with COVID going on, I haven't been able to get to the gym as much as I used to. So I found a part. At once, every day, just can I do 3 miles? Can I do 4 miles? Can I do 5 miles? Just what can I do every day? I tell people all the time, if you can do at least a mile every day, give yourself an hour every day, it'll build up and add up. Mm-hmm. So that, as far as inspiration wise, I just tell people one day at a time. And also I have a very great support group. I know I mentioned my girlfriend earlier, but I also have, I'm also on a chat group, chat chain group, text message group, I'm sorry, with a few of my friends I grew up with in high school, to college with, and we motivate each other. Somebody posts, hey, I did 3 miles today. And I said, okay, I'm gonna do 4. And then somebody said, okay, I'm gonna do 5. And then it's like, oh, I'm gonna do 6. And that's why I'm gonna do 6. And then you post all the results. Okay, next week I'll do you next week. What you do for the week? What you do for the month? I'll do you. And it's kind of it's kind of what we do to motivate each other. And as far as tips are concerned, I will tell most people that the food is more important than you really think it is. A lot of people, think they spend, say I spend an hour, 2 hours in the gym, it's not gaining anything. But what are you eating? What are you putting into your body? That's really the majority of the weight loss journey, in my opinion, which I found because I was working out before, worked out mainly since I was in 8th grade, just about because of football. But really to understand how the food worked really would change a lot for me.
Wow. Those are great tips, Ken. It's almost like you've watched our last few episodes. But, we talked about accountability, and we also talked about most of the battle being in the kitchen. So, thanks for, keeping that real practical for everybody. As I mentioned in the intro, you've moved to the West Coast. You're someone that I have become friends with, me and, others in the business world, respect you. So
Mhm.
has anything that you've either learned along the way or how people now respond to, we'll call it the new Ken, help
Yeah.
contribute to your success in that arena?
Yeah, I will say this: the weight loss. So I start off with saying first thing is the weight loss definitely helped me with my just mental health as well. Um, my knees feel better. My back is not aching as much. I'm not tired all the time. So it allowed me to have more of a bigger mental capacity for other things. A lot of people don't realize how much your body does affect your mental your mental capacity as well. I work with Toby, so we have a job that can be mentally draining sometimes. And I'm done, me going for a run or a jog or going to lift weights definitely helps me to be able to do more after work instead of just feeling like, I just want to lay down and not do anything else. Um, so that's the first thing I would like to get out the way with that, and then I would also continue as far as how people respond to the new Ken. I think I definitely would say people like the new me. My girlfriend has said she knows that I get looked at. I never noticed, but she notices that when other women are looking at me. So, that you have that effect on people. And I think that people, when they understand or learn that you went through something like that big weight loss, you do gain a sense of respect of accomplishment of someone knowing that, hey, he's somebody who can really set a plan, set a goal, and follow through on it and keep at it. Because I put off 100 pounds, but the harder part has really been keeping it off. That's something that I like to eat. That's how I got like that. I'm a country boy, and I like my fried foods, and I like all my bread and cakes and all that stuff. So cornbread is bread was my biggest thing, definitely cornbread. So, but at the same time, it's just really making sure that you maintain everything. But like I said, as far as respect factor, I think people will definitely give me a lot of respect especially when they learn. When I say, hey, I lost 100 pounds, I know why you told me. A lot of people in our meeting didn't really they were like, what you did? Like, yeah, I was a whole another person, like a whole another person. And Toby saw some of my before and after pictures on Instagram, and he can probably tell you that, yeah, I was a balloon. I really really was. And I said, even outside of work, just a lot of respect for my peers, my family members. People ask me for tips all the time. People say how proud they are of me. So it's definitely been a big accomplishment for me.
Man, it's an incredible story. And I would love just to learn even more about you. I'm sure Toby would agree. Maybe we could have another conversation another time.
Yeah.
Guys, we want to invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you want to hear more conversations just like this and be inspired on your journey, don't forget to hit the notification bell as well so that you can get notified every time that we release another show. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Ken.
No problem. Thank you guys for having me.